Sounds good. I will be back in 5. We're good. We're not good. Oh, damn it.
Why can't you take the scales?
You already know why. You already know why. Look at this. It's beautiful.
I don't know why.
Just watch your way through here. Fudge has some spikes.
That was gruesome. The ship doesn't swerve when it sees how big the iceberg is.
Be strong, Pikmin! Be strong! There are crimes happening under here. Oh my god, there's crimes happening under here! You know what I just realized? Oh, it's off to the races. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? It's a baby! He's got a little pacifier and a like baby hat and he's swaddled in his baby blanket. I'm sorry, Mom, I haven't had a baby. I don't know what they look like. Nothing bad happens, but your grandmother might be disappointed. Grandma, no! Hey, Olaf! What? What? Excuse me? I think you were supposed to do that. I'm going out where they were. Oh, is that a third? Wondering if... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. I have to go, my people need me. Good morning.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I sure can.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I had my settings right.
And then, oh, good, we can. Perfect. It's core keeper time.
Yes, it is. If for some reason, by the way, I switched back to push to talk um, on the Discord so that I can say things to my chat without bothering yours.
That's fair. I hope it doesn't bother
But if
you
suddenly,
that I don't do that.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I don't normally do it either. So if for suddenly I'm quiet for like a little while, you might be like, Bacon, did you forget to push to talk?
Can do that. All right, let's get in here.
So what's the plan today? We're doing some building stuff, right?
We are, in fact, doing some building stuff.
Woohoo.
The current plan is twofold. One, I would like to create a little fishing zone that has water from the different biomes so that I can attempt to fish from any biome in one spot. Now, this isn't foolproof because I believe there's not a separate water block for like the Forgotten Ruins and the Clay Caves, but it's pretty good.
Right, and the desert.
I also
Yeah,
have set up some portals to the different biomes on the off chance that I do need to go somewhere to fish or catch critters.
sweet. Yeah, because yeah, you'll need one for the desert, for the Forgotten Ruins, and for your Azios's Wilderness.
Oh, if I'm echoey, double check your settings in the stream together. You can turn off the audio and your mic in there. But my mic is off in there.
Okay, I'll turn mine off because they weren't off on my end.
Hopefully that
Are
will
you
help.
echoey or something? Was I echoey?
Someone in chat said that there was a pretty rough echo on Twitch. We fixed it.
Hold on, let's make sure. Okay, it is better now. Okay, great.
Probably put some music on or something. I love the Core Keeper soundtrack so much, but when you're building in like one area and you hear the same song for like 45 minutes, it gets a little much.
Sure.
Sick. You move so much faster than I ever thought you would in creative mode.
Isn't it great?
So great. This area here, this little portal, is about where I was thinking of setting up our multi-water source biome.
All right. You want it to be compact enough that you don't have to move to be able to fish in all the areas, or do you want it to, like, what's your vision?
It can be a little bit bigger than that. I had seen, I was inspired by someone else who built something similar. But I don't know where the picture is. I'll find it. Knowing me, I sent it to King. I sent him everything. But no, I don't have to, like, stand still. It's just hoping to, keep me a little bit closer together. Because I might have to catch 66 fish and bugs for charity.
Okay.
What I have decided on is that for every $5 donation, we will add a different critter that I have to go get.
Ah, I see.
And 66 is the max. Grab some stone to fill out a little bit more of this.
So from a water standpoint, there's going to be 7 water areas. So since that's uneven, is there a specific pattern you're looking for? Or do you just want it to look natural?
Natural is fine, and honestly, I'd probably just make an 8th area so that it's a little easier to figure out. This feels like a pretty good amount of space. Our first creative mode stream is pretty much everyone saying, wait, where do I find this? And just trying to figure out the UI.
I'm trying to work it out, but there's apparently a very small echo on YouTube still, so hopefully we can get that sorted.
Hopefully.
I also don't use headphones because my Bluetooth doesn't work, so it very well could just be my speakers hitting my microphone.
I could see that. Yeah, it took me forever to figure out a headset. I think I got one that was like the 2.4 gigahertz because I couldn't do Bluetooth for the same reason. OBS plus Discord plus Bluetooth gets mad.
Yeah, see, the funny thing was for me, my headphones are actually handling that. That was actually working out okay with my headphones for a while, but then the Bluetooth receiver on my motherboard fried.
Oh no.
And so, as a result, my headphones didn't come with their own receiver.
See.
So I was just like, well, these headphones are useless now until I get either a new Bluetooth receiver, which I didn't feel like paying for, or I can just switch to speakers and just turn the volume down.
No, I understand. Move this a little bit more. I know, I should always eat something. Now, Dakon has a lot more creative mode experience than I do. Dakon has done entire maps, stuff in create.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do the outline because you have vision for this and I don't.
I appreciate your faith in me because I am... I don't have much of a vision, I'm just kind of doing stuff. I will not be upset. Time for a new shovel. Said...
So is this about the size of the pools you were going for? Did you want each pool to be its own biome, like overall? Or...
I'm thinking so, yeah.
Alright, so we'll probably want to give some space between each one so that we have room for decorations.
Right, or like, the area that I've cut out doesn't have to be all water. It can just be like, the space.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Okay.
Very nice. I can dig. I'm so talented at running.
Do you have an order that you want it to be?
Not at all.
If you want to unpause the world for a second, everything will come out, or will spread, and then we can fill in as needed.
How do I unpause the world?
Open up your creative menu. So I guess your table, paper it all kind of thing, and then there'll be 3 options on the left. Hide creative UI. Yeah, you can hit resume world.
Grayed out. Oh, I need to be
That's
an
a good
admin. Dang.
Oh, is this a dedicated server?
It is.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was you were hosting.
No, that's okay. I have access to the actual server management thing. I just never remember.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, damn, I remembered it. I'm not super familiar with AMP, so I'm doing some digging.
Hoping it'd be easier to off. Oh well.
Well, it's all good. We can always just place bucket after bucket if we have to, or we can spread the water later. But
True.
at least that gives a visual
Yeah, of what's
which one
going
can
where.
go where. Yeah.
God mode sound is really. I gotta say, listening to this music is getting me super excited for the interview Friday.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be so cool.
I've always wanted to know what goes into, like, making a video game soundtrack. Crystal down. Ooh, I love that. Is this the passage stuff?
Yeah, for the most part.
This is the one biome I have not been to yet. Scheduling keeps our core keeper run on pause. But you know, scheduling's always the bad guy.
Yes, it is.
Hi Fee, welcome in. You're doing some creative mode core keeper to prepare for SummerSlam. It'd be just a little quiet because my partner is sleeping. Could be wrong. Club team page. Saw you, hell yeah. I often do forget that I'm in that club. Feels good. Also, I love that you've named yourself Creative Test because that's also what King named himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like creative.
Yeah, I mean, this was my very first creative mode character. It was the very first time I think creative mode was still hadn't been publicly released yet.
Okay.
And so I was like testing it out for the devs. So I just named him Creative Test because I was bored. I have no creativity.
Hey, you know, it works. So I'm live today with DakonsMadhouse, who is, I think, live both on Twitch and on YouTube. And we are working on getting stuff set up for VTuber SummerSlam on Saturday. Creating a little zone here so that I can go fishing in multiple different biomes without having to travel far. And
Hey, MXD, thank you so much for the Twitch follow. Appreciate it.
And then we're gonna have to, sorry, words are hard. We're gonna have to make a museum. Oh, Windu! Hi, Wind. Making sure I don't get too excited. Just having fun.
All right, what do you think of that? You think this is this like within your vision of what you would expect it to look, these things to be like, or do you have
Absolutely,
any
it is.
changes?
No, I love
Fine.
this. Also, I mean, this is a biome I haven't been to yet, so I'm just like, wow, look at all this weird stuff. But yeah, this is what I have for the crystal biome. I might stretch it a little bit, because I don't have enough room to do one of the big sun crystals. Yeah.
Oh yeah, stretch it out.
Nice starbits, Windu. Oh, I got rid of my pile already? That was silly. I still need... Happy Wednesday to all. I'm gonna guess the failed titan's probably big. Yeah, that's a little too big. Oh, that's a little too big. Well, as always, let me know how the audio levels sound. I know I'm a little quiet, but I've got music playing. I've got Dakon in the Discord with me. Nice. I like that. Is that the desert temple block? Well, Dakon, don't forget about your push to talk. Perfect. Audio seems a tad. Switch to my headphones and you're still a little low. I am talking quietly. I'll just and still bump some stuff up. That any better?
There we go. What happened this time was my microphone decided to just die.
I was wondering.
It's still doing that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's also, and I even got a powered, separate powered USB hub to try to fix the problem.
Right, right.
And it has not helped.
That really sucks.
Honestly, I think I need a new motherboard.
Yeah.
And I just can't afford a new motherboard. So.
No, I feel you there.
All right, since I have no idea when my microphone went out, I'm going to repeat a bunch of stuff I said over the last few minutes. So just in case my mic was dead when I was saying it, guys, we are doing this stream for charity. If you're watching me on YouTube, there's a link in the description where you can get to the information about the charity itself. I'm sure Redria can tell you about it also. I honestly don't know much as I'm just hopping in right now. And there's also a link to Redria's Tiltify so that you can donate if you're interested in donating. And if you're not, well, that's fine too. You know, it's okay to be a monster. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not everyone has money. I mean, I'm flat out broke, so I'm not donating. But, you know, if you can, great. If you can't, I understand.
If you can't, then you can be like Dakon and just help me build stuff. Or just watch. Because honestly,
Or
those...
Just watch.
Just watch. Have a good time. I'm really out here in the month of June, like, begging people to open their wallets, because not only have we been raising money for Point of Pride, but now I'm doing VTuber SummerSlam, which is for a different charity. But the way that I get away with begging people for all of their money, as politely as I'm being about it, is I'm donation matching. So anything we raise for VTuber SummerSlam, which is you guys making me catch different bugs and fish and whatnot, anything that we collect for that, I have to donation match to Pridecraft. So it's a 2-for-1.
So we did our passage stuff.
Did our crystal biome too. By the way, were you planning on replacing most of the stone with the desert temple, or just like some of it? I don't really have a preference.
I don't either. I just figured I just started replacing anything that wasn't part of the other biomes.
Okay. I might keep some of the stone in the middle. We'll see.
Okay.
Probably gonna like put
Go for it.
The like painted cobblestones on top of it.
Yeah, that can look good.
Well, hopefully everyone's having an excellent Wednesday. Today is better so far than yesterday. Yesterday at 5:30 we woke up and my poor partner fell asleep with earbuds in. And you might be able to imagine what happened when you fall asleep with earbuds in.
What does happen when you fall asleep with earbuds in?
Sometimes the little flange on the end of the earbud can get suctioned inside your canal.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant.
It was unpleasant. And of course, like waking up at 5:30 to notice that it had happened, and urgent care doesn't open until 9, it's just like, well, now what?
Yeah.
But we did get over to urgent care, and let me tell you that guy, this was not the first time he had pulled something out of an ear.
Oh, sure.
We were in and out within like 5 minutes. I can't express like how little we waited. Alright,
Well, I'm
so
glad it was a quick, easy fix.
me too. Just look forward to the bill whenever that gets here. It's funny when I keep making the same misclick.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I need to
Here's the
clean.
thing.
I need to clean my inventory real bad.
Can't really be seen. How about, yeah, that there.
This yellow stuff from the hive mother?
Yes.
Okay. I had figured as much.
Let's see, now we are doing mold, I think. Yes, mold is next. Yummy, yummy mold. Mold, mold, mold. Mold, and this isn't big enough for a giant cicada. What else do we want to throw in here? Where's some caveling ruins? There we go. Maybe the broken pillar, and it's probably too big. I need mold ground.
But you need the mold block?
Yeah, I grabbed it. Mold block.
Nice. Soundtrack for this is so lovely. Oh, right, and I really can't wait to ask Jonathan Gear just how he did all this. Oh, well, hello there, little friend. An enemy spawned. I think on
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. You place enough crystal crust tiles down, that'll happen.
I see. It's okay.
But since the world is paused, at least they won't do anything.
Yeah. I'll probably have to fix that, though, because,
Yeah.
I'll be playing this in survival mode. I do not want those guys here.
You'll just want to drop it down to 5 or less in the area.
Okay.
Because you need 6 to spawn a mob.
I see. We're learning. See, King and I would have never known that.
Oh, now see, now you've gone and told me you don't watch my videos. I'm just kidding.
I just think it's really funny to be like, ah, yes, a Pugstorm ambassador, and also a total core keeper noob.
looks like I'm going to till all of this mold ground here so that it doesn't spawn anything. So
Oh, I see.
now all it's going to do is provide this like
Fog.
misty, foggy look, but it won't be dangerous.
Good to know.
Oh yeah, some fungi. That's a good idea. I don't know if I can place the fungi on the ground though. I might need. We don't have any mods turned on, do we? No, we don't.
No, we don't. You could always put like a pedestal down.
Yeah. So I could definitely place the fungi with chat commands. I definitely don't have room for this big boy. Okay. Yeah, that blocks too much. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get a little bit of light in this area.
Yeah, I didn't know what people usually did for light in Core Keeper, but we did have one person join the collab who really, really liked the fisting tool and was like, I'm gonna just put sunlight everywhere.
Yeah, lighting can be interesting. It's like the roof gadget's great for just general being able to see. But sometimes I'll get it all out there and be like, this is too saturated.
Right.
And then it
Want
has
to
to
like pull some darkness back in, or
pull some darkness in there, yeah.
Alright, this is the beach biome. It's kind of our whole theme for Pridecraft this year. Summer fun.
Summer fun.
And of course I want like some of the fishing related items here around the center, like the fish nets. Hi Fudge, good morning. Hopefully it was a little bit quieter. I was trying very hard. Now you'll hear me at my full voice, my full volume, so if you need to adjust things, I understand. But I won't be hooting and hollering. This is coming together really nicely. You didn't hear anything?
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Hi Fudge, how's it going, man?
We're building a fishing mission biome thing.
One more. Let's do some acid water.
Yum.
Okay, so got some pustules. Let's grab all these. Let's grab all this, although I probably won't use most of it. And I need some clay blocks and some larva blocks. Why is there pots in what? I put pots in here.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't mind it. I mean, I put clay down and then used a bunch of meadow blocks for the, like, just generic water.
Scene is old and moldy.
It sure
Yes, it
is.
is. And clay, broken clay pots can be old and moldy. I mean, if I had ones that had, like, greenery on top of them, that would be even better. But I don't.
The pot looks nice. The green looks nice, the pot looks too nice.
So, who cares if they're not in the mold biome? I don't.
I sure don't. I'm doing this for the vibes. Yo, Fudge is on a 20 stream streak. Let's go.
Nice.
My one mod is really mad at me still because I was trying to do some recording for a game called Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo because I got a key and I was supposed to like provide a recording or a stream link or something before Friday. And so I was like, all right, it's late at night, but I'm helping my sister move the next day. So I'm just gonna like click to like record. And 20 minutes later I got raided and I was like, what the heck? And surprise, I had been live. So we ended up doing like an hour and a half stream and I stopped stream at like 2 in the morning and I was like, my mod is gonna be so mad at me because she had like a 50 stream streak going. And it was a work night for her, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna ping you to wake you up to come watch my stream. She forgives me, because it was really funny. I can't tell you how weird it was to be recording, and like, of course I'm doing character voices, I'm like, still in my like, I'm on for content creation, but like, I got so scared hearing that raid alert.
I feel like was I there for some of that?
You were. You may not have known that I didn't know I was live for a while. Because I was like straight up just not reading chat. I remember Lyat was like, oh, you're so excited for this game, you're not even like doing your intro video and your song? And I just ignored him. Yeah, this is looking pretty nice. I like that some of the biomes are bigger than the others, because, you know. And all you really need is a couple tiles of water to be able to fish.
Right, yeah, you really only need one tile, yeah.
This is all just for the aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
And then, of course, we need a museum to put everything in. So, I believe once the server owner saves this and then it transforms it back to survival mode for me to go fishing, all the water will probably spread on its own, right?
Yes, it will.
Okay. Hi, Leomania. Welcome in. I hope you don't mind if I talk to your chat, too.
No, feel free. Chat away.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
How's it going, Leo? Yeah, Eric's doing some co-op today. We're doing a charity stream. There's a link in my YouTube description for that. Although I don't have it in Twitch at the moment.
I got you. Bam.
There we go. There's a link if you feel like donating. And if not, that's fine too. But it's just me and Redria, and we're just doing some work in her creative world.
we're getting ready for my charity stream on Saturday, where for every $5 donated, people can make me go catch a different fish or bug. So we thought, you know, it would be nice to have a lot of the fish in one place, so that I don't have to go exploring. Also, I hate the desert biome so much. That is the one that kills me more often than not.
Yeah. But we'll need to get you some desert biome stuff. I can go... Let's see here. Where is your... We have not done much exploring, have you?
Oh, no, I have. Well, let's see.
Here, update your... Do you know how to update your, the map?
Do I need a map table?
Yeah, there's one over here. Where's the core?
Down this way.
Yeah. Just make sure you've opened your map recently so that it's fresh, and then open the cartography table.
I am wondering where, I had placed some waypoints last time. From where they went. I'm hoping we didn't have a small rollback. But usually we don't.
Were they activated before you left? Because
I think they were still... No, they were still on cooldown, so that's probably what happened. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, there was one down here, and there was one over, like, this way, so... Away I go! Whee! Oh, yeah.
We're making, like, little biome museum fishing spots. So we got one for each of the waters. And then, let's see, where's the desert? I'll go make you a desert water hole as well.
Okay. I'm gonna come join you to activate the waypoint down this way. Because there was actually an oasis. I don't know if the fish is different there, but I also hadn't seen the oasis before, so I got all excited.
Gotcha. And the fish is the same at the oasis.
Cool.
Alright, where's the oasis? There it is.
Yeah.
And there's a maze.
I saw that too.
Waypoint activated.
Yippee!
Well, I mean, practically got the biome right here. There's not much that needs to be done.
That's honestly, like, I saw this house and I was like, oh, this is cool. There's, like, pet camels and this is really neat.
I actually took this exact scene right here and updated it in my lore world to make it a little bit more detailed and have a mining outpost attached to it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But, yeah, no, I mean, you've already got all this. Normally, my first thought, because I've got a desert fishing hole on one of my worlds, and bomb scarabs are a constant problem. So it's just like, oh. But in the oasis here, you don't have to deal with the bomb scarabs, so...
What's this? Well, set piece.
Oh.
Yo! Oh, we got a donation!
Oh, you did? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I hear that money in my ears. That's literally the only way I can keep track of the donations. I'm not logged into Tiltify, so give me 1 minute, but whoever you are, thank you so much for the donation to Point of Pride.
Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, well, we don't need a desert one then. Oh, thanks, Leo. You're so appreciated.
I'm on Tiltify. Thank you so much.
That's right. You is fam. Gotta help the fam.
Gotta help the fam. Ooh, and a pixel art. So I will actually add a pixel art here to our map. I don't know if we've shown off the pixel art museum yet.
Here's the pixel art so far.
It's right above the core.
Yep. Did Leo request a specific pixel art?
I have to check. Tiltify has made it really, really hard to see the answers to custom questions. I don't know why. Like, they literally, instead of, like, being able to see it with the donation, you have to go in next to the incentive and pull a CSV file, and it's just like, why did you make it this hard?
Why? It doesn't have to be this hard.
It really doesn't.
Oh, your line PNG? We can do that. Now I gotta get a bigger image of it so that I can... Pixel art's fun.
Pixel art is fun. Also, this one is going to be incredibly small and maybe hard, so we can make another... I think we were making 32 by 32s for the Wario and the Kirby.
Okay.
And we got room to go left from Wario, I believe, and right from Kirby, if needed. Your PNG tuber. Links are allowed in my chat. I don't know if they're not allowed in Dakon's chat, but if you have like a link via Discord, that's usually how I send pictures in Twitch chat.
I'm trying. I've grabbed his PFP, the small one, but it's so tiny. I'm trying to make it bigger. There we go. It's a little blurry, but I think I can do something with that.
See, we're used to doing our pixel art in Minecraft. We're currently taking a break from Minecraft because it's on the BDS list. There's a Microsoft strike at the moment. So, you know, being a Pugstorm ambassador, I said, what should I do here? I think the Kirby's my favorite, but I'm also getting better with each one I do.
I also don't mind doing it. I like doing pixel art.
Yeah, go for it. Just help clear some space and get the flooring down.
I gotta pull up my list of what all is what for pixel art.
There's a list?
Oh yeah, there's lists. There's several.
I was just figuring it out as I went, man.
Oh my god, you didn't know the list?
No!
There's even a list on the Discord. There's like an entire Discord thing set up
Wow.
for pixel art.
No, I was freestyling it.
Oh man. There's my favorite list, which I cannot find anymore, but it's there. I know it's still there. The fandom wiki, which I normally hate, has a really, really good list, but it's buried.
Oh,
It's
man.
like, it's almost impossible to frickin' find it because there's no link on the main page to it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go 2 or 3 links deep to be able to get to it. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And I thought I had bookmarked it, but I didn't. And yeah.
Oh,
so, no. But it's really a comprehensive list. But I think Mystery actually put together another one. Let me see if I can find it. Do I have it in my pictures section? I can never remember what I save and what I don't save.
I feel you there.
I don't know if this is comprehensive. I'm gonna pull it up onto my chat real quick. I'll DM you a copy of it also. Hold on, let's see here.
Oh man, stop that.
But, just so that people can see it. This is... Oh, BK Lynn made it, not Mystery. Sorry.
Ah, no, that's alright.
Yeah. But yeah, it has a whole bunch of colors and what makes that color.
Ooh, nice. See, I was kind of trying to, like, split it out, too, between, like, do I want it to just look good on the map, or do I want it to look good looking at it, too? Because there is a difference between the two.
That is true.
But this is very nice, very comprehensive.
So let's get a lit floor. Is there a specific size that the donation gives?
I've just been doing, I found that the 16 by 16 was a little on the small side, but we have a 16 by 16 available. And then I decided to move on to 32 by 32. So I'm making the grid right now.
Okay.
And I was gonna fill it with the crystal tile.
Right. You're so much more organized about that than I am. I was just gonna freestyle. Be like, and it fits into this spot. That's where I go. Alright. And so crystal ground you're gonna place over it?
Yep.
I'll help with that.
Can also use the roofing tool.
Oh, I miss Placement Plus. Placement Plus is my friend.
Was that something that let you, like, place stuff in a certain grid?
Placement Plus lets you place more than one block at a time.
Yeah.
It also lets you control whether it's ground, wall, or toggles.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so you can do a 7 by 7 and also set it to ground so that you'll never accidentally place a wall. And it's like placing massive chunks of ground at once. It's really nice.
Yeah.
You can also, with Placement Plus, push the V button, and it will change your paint color.
Ah.
So you don't have to carry multiple paints, you only have to carry one brush.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I know I should eat something.
Yeah, my character is completely out of, I'm like, whatever, it's not gonna kill me.
It won't. It is just annoying, though. Like, it's not like Valheim where it's like, oh yeah, I could eat another bite. So I have to know, have you played any Peak yet?
I've not. What's that?
It is a multiplayer climbing game. It was made by the developers who did, the Totally Accurate Battleground Simulator and also, Content Warning.
I'm not familiar with either of those games.
And it was also by the dev who made Another Crab's Treasure.
I don't know that game either.
It's actually a Souls-like, but it's really cute. You play as a hermit crab.
Never mind.
You play as a hermit crab! But,
So Souls-like.
nah, that's fair. So, anyway, the game is really hard. Like, I would compare it to Spelunky levels of hard, where you're just trying to climb the mountain without dying. And there's multiplayer, and it's very fun.
I actually just played a mountain climbing demo game called Cairn.
Okay.
Which was, it was interesting because you have total control over each limb.
Oh.
And you're just trying to climb the mountain, so it's trying to use real-world climbing physics.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very hard too. I did not get very far. I personally didn't have a lot of fun with the game, but I appreciated it for what it was, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, I get this, but not necessarily.
Not my cup of tea. Yeah.
Right. And that's the way I am with roguelikes and soul-likes. I don't even try them anymore because I know that all they're going to do is frustrate and piss me off.
Oh, that's fair.
So,
I do have...
My idea of absolute hell is doing the same fight over and over again.
Yeah.
That's a quick way for me. If it takes me more than, let's say, 4 attempts to beat a boss, I'm done. I'm never playing this game again.
I think it's good to have those kind of limits, though, because, like, video gaming is supposed to be fun, and if it is not fun, then find something that is fun. Because there's so many games out there. Peak, I think, is... Like, it's like Repo, you know? It's a game where you are expected to die eventually. You are not going to just keep playing forever and ever without any sort of punishment. But I think the multiplayer aspect is what makes it the most fun. And right now it's out on its, like, introductory sale, and it's, like, $5.
Ah, gotcha.
I convinced my friend, Snake, to get it, and he's like, I hope you are okay with this being a cursing stream, because I can't hold my tongue. Alright, so now I'm doing a border of, I think, the maze block.
Okay.
Aw, shovel.
Okay, so I need to create an outline. So let's see here. Darkest color, of course, is pit. So I guess we're gonna start by digging. There is a lot of black in this picture. There's also purple. I'm gonna dig it out with the black. And then maybe add the purple. There's like 3 shades of purple in here.
Seems like a very cool PNG tuber.
It's a very cool PNG. It's just... It's surprisingly complicated for how simple it is.
Oh no, I understand.
It's one of those, once we get it started, I think it'll be all right, but all right, let's see here. I'm going to start in the middle. I know that's not necessarily the wise choice, but it's what I'm doing. So let's see here.
Leo said that they put the PNG in fan art in your Discord.
Oh, that'll help. Hold on. Let me go take a look at that.
That is very cute. Leo, I kind of want to draw you a popsicle.
I'll see. That's cuter than the one I was looking at. The one I was looking at was purple.
You can do just the face.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here.
I wish you the best of luck. I can help if you need anything.
This is higher def, so it's a little easier. Where to start? Where to start? Where to start? Okay, at least we don't have to start with digging. Well, I can because it's a black outline. Let's do that. Okay.
So we also might be able to shrink it down to 32 by 32 if that makes it easier for pixel art. While you're working on pixel art, I'm gonna work on a 5-minute popsicle for Leo.
I'm gonna end up spending 4 hours on this, and it's gonna look nothing like it.
That's the joy of pixel art.
Yeah. It's like, here's where you find out that I'm not actually an artist. Suckers. I used to be when I was younger.
I also used to be when I was younger, and then I said, screw that, I want to be an artist now.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. But whatever. Let's see here.
I've actually become really fond of lions ever since I started describing my piranha plant as having a flower petal mane, and then I was like, oh wait, that's cute. I actually even have a lion form.
Oh, wow, nice. This is not working the way I thought it would. Let's start over. Nose can go here.
Do you know those, like, slightly cursed, ice cream pops? Like, the Sonic one or the SpongeBob one?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm drawing right now.
Nice.
We've been offering those for $5 donations, so obviously $25 donation gets that as well.
Oh, wow, you donated 25 bucks, Leo? You're awesome.
Super awesome. You making me a popsicle so you can lick me up? No, but, I mean, there are the lion lickers from Steven Universe that looked really tasty. I find that the animal popsicles have been, like, the quickest ones, and I don't know why. I also had to do a bear for my friend, aptly named Bill the Bear. I've got a weird question for you, Dakon. Are there
Yeah.
any songs from the Core Keeper soundtrack that you don't like? Or that you just don't love listening to? For me, I have removed the Mold Dungeon song from my Core Keeper playlist because I'm just like, nope.
I'll be honest with you. I don't pay that close attention to the music.
That's fair. I know not everybody
and-
does.
And 90% of the time I play with the music off because when I'm usually recording instead of streaming. And when I'm recording, I do a lot of editing. And if the music is playing, you can tell very clearly where all the edits are.
I see.
Because of how the music cuts and changes.
Yeah.
So I just play with the music off, and then I add the music in post.
That does make sense.
Yeah. So I honestly don't really listen to the music that much. I probably should, but I've also never been a person that's really interested in video game music in general. I like if you were to look at my musical playlists, you will not find a single video game music song on any of it. There's probably 30 years of buildup of music that I've been adding to that at all, and not one song comes from an anime, a TV show, or a video game.
You're not the same.
I have pretty much no interest in music that comes from that kind of media. Not that I don't appreciate it. It's just that I don't pay attention to it.
I grew up listening to a lot of instrumental music, and so more recently I have actually gotten into listening to like stuff with lyrics. About time. But I have not outgrown my love of video game music.
Nor should you. That doesn't look nearly as cursed as I thought it was going to.
I will look forward to coming back and viewing it.
Oh, it's still cursed.
It's alright, the popsicle's also cursed, but like the right amount of cursed.
Although I will, now that I say that I don't have anything that has to do with a TV show or anything like that, or a game or anything like that, I did just realize that I do have one on my I do have one Spotify playlist that is from a TV show. And it is the Peaky Blinders soundtrack.
Okay.
But if you look at the Peaky Blinders soundtrack, it's like 90% late 70s, early 80s rock.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of White Stripes, a lot of what's his name? The artist with the voice that's pure gravel. Tom Waits. Things like that. So yeah, old school, heavy guitar kind of stuff.
I also did have a lot of like movie soundtracks. So I do know that we had the Shrek movie soundtracks. Which had a lot of like older rock kind of music to it. Save as.
that's too dark. Let's see here. It's more of a gold. Really, gold ore? I can't put gold ore just randomly on the ground.
Would you?
Well, I mean, I can if we have chat commands. Actually, no, chat commands can't even do that now that I think about it. No, you have to have the dev console for that.
I see.
Yeah, you can't put blocks with ore in them. I mean, you can do variants, but for some reason, chat commands doesn't pull the ore variants.
Interesting.
Don't know why. Because like, you can say something in chat commands like, give amber larva, and if you just say give amber larva, you get the old one because that's the first variant. So you get the one that doesn't have any kind of limitation or one-time use. But if you do give amber larva 2, then you get the one that does have the limitation. So there are some walls and stuff that have variants, but for some reason chat commands is weird about the variants. Doesn't always do it.
Very strange. Oh, can you paint the rug?
Yeah.
I'm silly. Hello, fellow VTuber. I hope you like your popsicle. I've done 13 popsicles now.
13 of them, wow.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier about the Souls-like games and how you don't really love being being stuck on a boss for like 5 or 6 attempts. Well, if I raise $500, I have to do another Elden Ring stream. I don't wanna.
Ugh.
I don't wanna.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So like, here's the thing. I played Elden Ring, and we did the like seamless co-op mod, and it was much better to have my husband kind of walk me around in the game because he kind of like knew the map inside and out. He's got so many hours in Elden Ring, so it was really easy for him to be like, "Oh, you should go over here," and there's like one of those scarab beetles that gives you whatever. And so like just knowing all that stuff and the way to get the upgrades was amazing. Now that I'm like playing single player on stream, I'm just like, ugh. You love that my character is a redhead. I have had red hair like 3 or 4 separate times in my life. I am a natural dark brown haired person, but I dye my hair quite a bit. The Elden Seamless Co-op mod is amazing. It is really good. Oh yeah, so let me give a little tour of our area. This is our Pridecraft beach party zone. We've got like little changing tables here. The one person I was playing with was really excited about the idea of putting skeletons together on beach towels, and so there's a lot of those around the pool. He was having a blast. And then, of course, we found out that you could put hats on the survivors.
Yes, you can put chest pieces on them, too.
Oh, man, I did not know that.
Yeah, they've got 2 slots.
So we got a nice little, like, beach cabana here. Tito Bandito uses skeletons as children in his huge world. We also used mannequins. We have our Pride Armory here. And then Lyot built a nightclub. So we have thumpers going. Is that gonna hurt anything when we turn this world into survival?
No, it won't do anything.
I didn't think
unless
so.
You're in the middle of Rawkar's arena.
No. And then we also have one of the, like, I forget what they're called. What are they called? Those, like, wind chime thingies. I think they summoned the hydras, but I have not fought them yet.
Oh, the wind organs?
Yes.
Yeah, the wind organs, depending, those could get in the way depending on where you are. I mean, if you're in the inner biome area near the core, that's not going to matter because the Titans go near there.
Okay.
But
then yes. So far, we're just in the core.
Okay, yeah. You should be all right then.
This is my fancy little nightclub I made called Ace of Club. I still need to put the other wall on. That's not it's not supposed to stay that way. And then we had Cabaret and Misty joined to make some rainbow roads. Alright, I will probably get started here on the museum building, methinks.
Okay.
Cute! Yeah, my Squadria, which is myself, Sharkbit, and King, we played through the early access stuff up until the Atlantean Sea Worm was added, which I thought was the last thing that got added before the 1.0 release. I could be wrong.
Yes, that was the last thing that was added before 1.0, yeah.
Okay. And so 1.0 came out, and we have started our playthrough. We are at least finished with the first 3 bosses and venturing outside the wall in our map. My mouse not working. I wonder if my controller got bumped and it's... Oh. Yeah, that's what happened.
Controller stopped working?
No, I actually play mouse and keyboard. But because
okay.
my controller was plugged in and got bumped, the game was like, oh, you don't want to use your mouse. You're clearly using your controller. Oop. Oh, that's fine. I wonder what the sprint button is on controller.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Wow, look at this coming together.
Slowly but surely. We'll see what it looks like in the end.
I'm a believer.
Alright, well, you know, it's less cursed. Now I just gotta get the main.
Alright. Unplugged my controller so that I can use mouse and keyboard again. I'm just so much faster with mouse and keyboard, really.
I was gonna say, what do you think, Leo? But yeah, thanks so much. So far, so good, you know? We're starting.
Oops.
Just gotta get your red little mane. Yeah, I use mouse and keyboard also. Billy moves stuff around, keyboard. Yeah, it's funny. There's some games where I go back and forth with controller and keyboard and mouse, and some games where I'm all one or the other. For some reason in Core Keeper, I'm all mouse and keyboard. But controller is usually what I play in most of my games. Like Dune, though, right now I'm kind of a combo. I'm mostly controller when I play Dune, but when I'm like organizing stuff, I usually switch to mouse and keyboard at that point.
I am mostly mouse and keyboard, but now that I have a like good wired Nintendo controller that I can use for stuff, I've found myself going back and forth a little bit. Like Hello Kitty Island Adventure, I play with my controller. I'm gonna leave the music going and take a quick break to get some more water. Be right back.
Break away. That's the skin. We can get rid of some of that. I need to go more red and a brighter orange. So I think I'm going to go with some ground magma slime. And let's see here. Some ground magma slime. And I need... it's like an orangish red. Kind of want to use the slime vessels, but well, let's use slime vessels. All right. So let's see here. We got 3 mains that we've got to do. So we're going to do one big main there. And this also swoops out here. Another one that comes off the ear. There. Another one here. That. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna roll with that. That'll work. Maybe I need to make it a little bigger.
Alrighty. Time to grab some more music.
Music. course, I just realized I'm making pixel art with magma slime.
Oh, fun!
Which, you know, this looks gorgeous, yeah. But the moment this thing gets turned back into a normal world, this thing's going to become a mob farm.
I look forward to it. I will just avoid this area.
Maybe we'll want to wall it off just to keep it protected. This is actually turning out less cursed than I thought it would be. This isn't too bad. Okay, still got a lot more main to do. Let's go up here. That's main. Put right there.
Out of curiosity, what seems to be the consensus among Core Keeper players about the fact that doors have to be between adjacent blocks or like the fence gates, etc.?
I think everyone wants some double doors.
Yeah, double doors, and I'd also love the ability to pair the like gates and the doors together as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing we were kind of like venting about trying to learn creative mode for the first time ever. It's just like, wait, what do you mean I can't place this here?
Yeah.
Need vending machines, of course.
Oh yeah, mobs are already spawning. You can go away, butterfly.
I'm sure this is safe. I had no idea that all of this was possible. Because yeah, like we're used to doing it in when we do pixel art in Minecraft, we usually do it standing upright, so we've never really looked at the colors on the map before. It was mostly just the colors of the actual thing. So that's actually fairly cool. I just think double doors look nice.
They do.
Like, sometimes you don't want a single entry point. Sometimes you want something that's too wide, like for the symmetry of the overall building.
Yep. Now I need, let's get some rugs. Place down some highlights. Ooh, that goes over, huh? Alright, alright. These spots are not what I was hitting. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go.
There you are, Shovel. Hiding from me. Oh yes, have you played Valheim?
Me? Yes. But I do own it. I have played it. But I played it at the very start of its early access launch.
I see.
So I am aware it's a very different game now.
Yes.
And I just haven't gotten back to it yet.
I can understand and respect that. We played through early access, and we got through the first 5 biomes of the game. They have now added a 6th. And there's plans to add a 7th. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
I would agree at this point, wait for release 1.0. Because they have started talking about the Great North, which is the last biome they're going to be adding.
Okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to. Here you go, Leo. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this. This is very fun little pixel art of your lion's mane.
It is incredible.
And now I'm gonna wall this area off so that it doesn't kill everybody.
Yeah, I don't know how much I want to be fighting lava creatures during my fishing mission.
Yep.
Might not be my favorite activity.
No. Yeah, I would love to give Valheim another chance. It's not that I didn't like Valheim. I did, actually. I thought it was really cool. I really liked its terrain destruction, which at the time was very unique. I know more games like Enshrouded do that now too. But I really liked it. I just hadn't really dove into it yet. And I was going through a phase at the time where I just had no interest in fantasy. I'm starting to get over that again. But I basically had gone, it was mostly a Dungeons and Dragons thing. I was, just burned out from fantasy stuff because my D&D group only wanted to play first edition Pathfinder.
Oh.
They only wanted to play high fantasy. And so after like 20 years of nothing but high fantasy in my role playing, I was just so tired of it. So I was just like, I'm not doing anything that's fantasy oriented. I don't care if fantasy video game, fantasy books, fantasy D&D. I'm done.
Heck, fantasy.
Sci-fi and cyberpunk from now on. Until I get bored of those, and which might take another 20 years. Then we'll come back to fantasy.
The other Redria's in chat! I need this Spider-Man pointing meme for when you show up.
Oh. Although I have already started getting over that, and I've been enjoying fantasy again. I got my break, and now I'm starting to feel it again. But I still struggle to get into fantasy stuff like more so than if you stuck a sci-fi game in front of me.
Oh, that makes sense, though. Well, welcome in, other Redria. We are playing some Core Keeper today. I've got DakonsMadhouse here, and he's helping me with some creative mode building.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okie dokie. So we're getting ready for VTuber SummerSlam. I know, Dakin hates fantasy! Can you believe this guy? This guy. I'm gonna yell about it. This might make a good desk, perhaps? It's not bad. The tried and true pillars of fantasy are so played out. No one tries things different. No, I understand completely. We had a DM who was really into Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition, and it's because his parents had bought him, like, all of the books for it. And so he was like, well, I already have all the resources, so let's play this. And then it did feel like, you know, we got stuck playing that for quite some time before we were ready to move on. But I find that, like, you can build fantasy out to be different. It just takes a little bit of a different approach. Because, like, I wouldn't consider Valheim to be traditional fantasy by any stretch of the imagination just because of how heavily it feeds into, like, Norse mythology. Like, Oblivion is what I think of when I think of, like, old school fantasy. Like, you know, you've got your imps, you've got unicorns to fight, you've got ogres. Viking I don't feel is fantasy. I think it's a little bit of both, but yeah, it definitely has its own identity. Western high fantasy, the Tolkien example, yep. Even Enshrouded isn't typical fantasy, because there's like a zombie survival kind of aspect to it with the like shroud infested creatures, but I have a lot of fun with Enshrouded as well. Well, it's good to see you, Redria. It's always nice to chat about game genres, game music. I love that kind of stuff here. I gotta find... I hate that the alien crystals are stuck with the environmental stuff, because it's like, no, that's a light source. That's a light source. What do you think about RuneScape Dragon Wilds? My friend bought me RuneScape Dragon Wilds for the three of us to play together, and unfortunately his computer's not strong enough to run it. So I haven't started playing it yet, but I have been told it is like Valheim, but with a much more fantasy approach to it. So I think I'm gonna love it. We actually compared Core Keeper to Valheim, just in terms of like having to go find and fight a boss to be able to progress in the world. Valheim would be closer to mythology, if anything, in the same line as God of War, as an example. Yeah, you know, you are right. So I want this to be, this is our museum lobby. I think I like the iron better than the tin. Yeah, that's a better color.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, now I'm actually looking at chat again, which I wasn't doing while I was doing all that art. Because like I had Leo's image up on one screen and had the color schematics up on another.
Now that does make sense. Sometimes I swear I need a third monitor.
Yeah, I mean, I do have 3, and I still wasn't able to. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I need a 4th.
Yeah, I feel ya.
There was a time I used to have 4 a long time ago, but I don't have it set up on my current rig.
I see.
I had like 3 next to each other, then one that was like above them all. But I don't have that big one that was above them all anymore. 6? Damn, Redria.
What?
I believe it. Are any of them vertical? have you turned any of them vertical?
I feel like they'd have to be at that point, right?
I don't know. Yeah, when I was at my old job, I had 1 vertical and 2 horizontal. But that was just because I worked a lot with spreadsheets, and a vertical monitor is so useful with spreadsheets.
Oh, I could imagine it. We usually use our vertical ones at work for just keeping Outlook open. 2 lines of triple stacks, it's for work. That makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah. Your 4th is a TV, Chris? Yeah, that was what I did for a while. I had 3 monitors hooked up, then I had a TV that was like on my wall. And the way that my monitor or my desk is set up now, I don't have a wall behind my desk anymore. So
I could make room for a 3rd monitor, but I will be so honest, I would not look at it. Like, I crave the 3rd monitor, but I would just stop watching it most of the time.
Sure. Here, I'll mess around with my webcam a little bit. Everyone can get a view of the rest of my house, because I turn around and then it's just open space. Lots of open space and unpainted walls. I'm going to do one last thing here for this. This is going to go...
Yep. I'm playing around with stuff to make a desk. Like a front desk at the museum.
Oh, cool. Yeah, painting the, yeah, painting the dressers. There's some really cool desk designs that you can get there.
Oh, you know, you're right. I hadn't thought about that. I'm glad you like the popsicle, Leo. I drew it in 5 minutes. That's the challenge. Last time I did art stuff and I didn't give myself a time limit, and some of the like fish sonas, I must have spent like 2 hours on them. I still have some that I need to finish, and it's just like, that's a lot. Redria says BRB gardening. Ah, a fellow gardener. We actually have some people who love their little popsicles so much that they're like, make this a talk sprite for me. And they're allowed to talk to me like that because they're my friends. Let's get a pedestal, perhaps. Like one of the stools, maybe?
There we go. I put your name in there, Leo.
Woo!
One last look at my... you know what? That actually didn't turn out too bad. As far as art's concerned, pixel art's concerned, I've done worse.
I've certainly done worse.
Although I could probably put some more highlights in the main at the top. I didn't really do that. I just did it at the bottom. That's okay. If I keep messing with it, I'll never finish it.
I feel you there.
Eventually, you just have to put down the pencil and say it's done.
Yep, you really do. Where are the terrariums? Building?
Yeah, they're with the building stuff. They're kind of in the middle. Right before, if you get to the chests, you've gone too far.
Okay. Oh, it's just with base building. That's so weird.
Yeah. It's like paint is with equipment, which I'm like, why?
Right?
And I get it, you equip it, so it's equipment, but still. Buckets are with equipment too, which just makes me like, guys,
Why are you like this?
why do you do this to me? I sound like Chris. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take Chris Kattan. Who else have I been told? Like, I was told, someone told me I sounded like, oh God, who was it? Like Zach Galifianakis on Downers or something like that.
Just want to watch Night of the Roxbury now. I don't think anyone has ever told me I have a voice sound-alike, which I'm not offended by. So this is the little lobby I got.
Cute.
Yeah, and so now we can...
I'll just, here, let me... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna start branching over this way for, like, some different insect and, whatevers. So you may play around and add whatever. I am not super attached to anything in here. And for the sake of collab... Yo, I love that one. Is that gray?
That's gray.
Sweet.
I'll tell you, the gray paint, all the items that come out with the gray paint, I have yet to find one I don't like.
Damn.
There's so much cool stuff with the gray paint. Let's see, we can add some plants in here to brighten it up a bit.
I will never say no to adding plants.
Let's see, where are all the... There we go, potted plants. Let's do the moons and the lush and the bloom. So we can add a little bit of color variety. Covers that up. Let's not do that.
Ooh, nice. Oh. Alright, where's my paintings? There's a painting.
Now, do you want these banners white?
No,
Or
they
do you
can
want
be
a pattern on
whatever.
them?
I just put them up and I haven't painted them yet because I have like no paintbrush colors on me. Hi, Analog Whiskers.
Whiskers.
Welcome
See you,
in.
man. You got me. Now I want to just be like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Oh.
We're building a museum. We're not reenacting Night at the Museum, however.
Oh my God, Night at the Museum.
Haven't watched that movie in
Forgot
forever.
about that movie.
You really... Okay, Analog Whiskers wants a flute solo. Who am I to say no?
Okay. You got an ad break coming up, though, Redria.
Alright, I can wait until after the ad break.
Do you remember which paint color gets the rainbow? Is it the pink?
I think it's white, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. It is. Makes sense. White is a prism, contains every color.
Mm-hmm.
Paint it, you get a rainbow.
Does make sense. By the way, I can mute in Discord if you don't want the flute solo to come through. That's up to you.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Everyone gets to enjoy the. All right. Oh, boombox overhead. Hey, sissy, how's it going? Tinkerlands looks way different, Toasties. Oh yeah, this definitely looks a little different. It's not Tinkerlands. So we're being blessed with a flute solo from Redria right now. Yes, the flute's just coming through from my collab as one of Redria's viewers paid some bits to get a flute solo. And we're Night at the Roxbury unit. I hear you, but you know what? Maybe it'll come to all the consoles, Toasty, after its full release. It is just early access right now. You know how that tends to be. Console, PC for early access, console for everything. Or for full release.
Is that Tinkerlands or Kiora that you're talking about?
Yes, but we're talking about Tinkerlands in this instance.
Okay. I'm pausing the flute solo for the moment because ads hit.
Ah, gotcha.
Not that I can't keep playing!
Oh, hey, here's the Paradise Tree. Oh, no, you guys made that. I was gonna say, hey, here's the Paradise Tree scene. And it's like, oh, wait. Pretty sure that doesn't have one of these wind chimes on it.
This was my little garden cottage build.
That's cute.
I'm still playing and learning creative mode.
I love it. One of these times I'll have to have you come over and take a look at my lore video world that I've made.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's got all sorts of little scenes in it. It's all broken apart though, but it's got some cool scenes.
Yeah. Whiskers says, asking for a friend, will the flute solo redeem be enabled during the interview? Probably not. I mean, I don't mind playing flute for Jonathan Gear, but he is busy. So the interview, he only has a maximum of 2 hours to give. So I was probably going to turn off most redeems for the 2-hour interview period, but you can redeem it right after the interview's done.
Sign off with a fruit. Why do I keep saying fruit solo?
A fruit solo.
A fruit
I love
solo.
it.
Yep.
It reminds me, I don't know if you've seen any of the show Schitt's Creek, but it just reminds me of Moira's fruit line. She got really drunk and she couldn't do the wine commercial she was supposed to do for fruit wine, so she kept calling it anything but fruit wine.
Oh God, yeah. You, David. I love Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's
funny,
Creek
that's
is
one of
so
those shows, like,
good.
when I recommend it to people, I'm usually like, the one thing that I don't like about Schitt's Creek is the fact that you really, really need to give it 2 seasons.
You do.
Because by the end of the first season, you're still like, why the hell do I care about these rich people and their whiny complaints?
I know.
But then it starts to get so much better in season 2, and then Pete joins the cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything becomes wonderful.
No, like, honestly, I mean, I'm the same way with Parks and Rec. Like, season 1 was a little bit on the weaker side compared to the rest of their stuff. And then The Office, I could not get through season 1. The only reason I started watching The Office was because I had the flu, and I slept through all of season 1. And I woke up and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of funny now.
Yeah, I actually learned that the main reason why Parks and Rec season 1 is as weak as it is because Amy Poehler, is that her name?
Yeah.
She was pregnant
Oh.
when they were filming it, and so they filmed all of season 1 at once.
I see. Yeah,
And
that's pretty intense.
Yeah, so normally, like, the creator was like, normally what we do is we film the first like 2 or 3 episodes, we get audience feedback, and then we adjust the rest of the season as a result. But we couldn't do that for season 1, so they're like, in our eyes, season 1 is like one giant pilot.
Right.
And then we got all of our audience feedback and made our adjustments in season 2 onwards.
Right.
So yeah, that's why the first season of Parks and Rec is so tonally different from the rest of the show.
Makes sense. I agree with you, other Redria. I feel like the last couple of seasons of The Office are just very different. I'm not gonna say they're bad, but I also prefer the stuff from like seasons 1 through I think 7 is when he's still the manager.
Yeah. I have not, Leo, I have not seen Righteous Gemstones yet, but it is on my list of shows to watch.
I think
I
really
love me some Walton Goggins.
I really just don't like Andy's character. I'll be honest, and I know I'm not the only one. Oh, welcome in, Desi. Welcome in. But like, I remember nobody liked him because he was a jerk, so then I think they tried to send him away to that like anger management training so he could come back new, and he just still wasn't any better. He does have a good arc. I will agree with you there. But I just think his arc without Steve Carell there is just like, eh. Yeah, I feel like he needed Carell there. I'm swapping this out for the Obsidian. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, that's funny, Whiskers. Yeah, I like Parks. Although, you know, when I think about TV show, like good sitcom-y TV shows that I can rewatch over and over again, one of my go-tos is The Good Place.
I actually haven't watched any of that. You recommend it?
Oh, so good. It's so good.
I will keep that in mind. We've still got people recommending gemstones.
I could man crush on Danny McBride. He's hot.
Look all this junk up. I put the paintable wall. I'm not sure what color I want it yet, but I want to break it up so it's not all one thing. And let's grab...
Yeah, my wife and I just finished watching Peaky Blinders. We had watched it when it first aired, but we didn't finish it. So since the movie's coming out soon, we wanted to rewatch it and finish the actual series.
Speaking of fantasy, we had a whole conversation about fantasy while you were gone.
Oh, did you?
We did. Well, like, just talking about how it's a big genre. Not, like, necessarily saying you are incorrect for disliking fantasy. At the time.
Not that I dislike it, I was just
at the
tired
time.
of it.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about, I had a friend who was our pretty much go-to DM because his parents bought him all of the Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 books, and so that's what we were stuck in for years.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing, it's high fantasy. High fantasy is where I'm annoyed and what I'm really sick of. You want to talk about some different fantasies, get some grimdark fantasy or some science fantasy. Oh man, I am still obsessive over steampunk-esque fantasies, things like that. Like League of Legends, like Arcane, that shit is cool. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. And like right now, my D&D group, we had spent, since I finally I actually got to a point where I was like, I'm not doing fantasy D&D anymore, and I was the dungeon master.
Oh no!
So it's just like, I'm not DMing this anymore, guys. I'm sorry, I'm done. If you want to keep playing fantasy, new DM time.
Right. Well, and there's so many different, like, kinds of tabletop games. Like, you don't have to do high fantasy for tabletop anymore.
Right, you don't. And so we went and we did like a long series of just playing different kinds of games. We played Cyberpunk, we played Call of Cthulhu, we played some Shadowrun, we played Kids on Brooms, and then we also played some Numenera. And playing Numenera is what got us into the idea of going to more of a science fantasy sort of thing. And they wanted to get back to a rule set they were more familiar with, so we went back to Pathfinder rules. And I was like, why don't we just play this in Eberron? And as Eberron, if you're not familiar with it, Eberron is one of the D&D worlds. And it's kind of like playing in League of Legends. So it's very steampunk meets fantasy.
Nice.
And Numenera is one of my favorites, from not necessarily from a rule. The rules are great on Numenera also, but the world on Numenera is something that I just really, really like. Numenera was written, if you're not familiar with it, it's written by Monty Cook, who wrote 3rd edition Dungeons & Dragons. Numenera takes place on Earth 9 billion years in the future, something like that, and 9 or 10 billion years, and Earth has had 8 other great civilizations rise and fall, and then now the 9th great civilization is starting to rise, but they're still like in their medieval era. So you've got this humanoid and human species living on a planet, and it's like the medieval times for them. But this planet has had 8 other great civilizations that were spacefaring, dimension traveling, super uber scientific civilizations that have left their debris from their fallen empires behind. So it's this, I love this fun concept where you're like, yeah, I'm a cleric, my god gives me healing magic. Yet no, you've got a nano swarm built into you that you don't realize you've got, and your nanites are doing the job.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but it runs off of the concept that any scientific any level of technology given enough advancement is indistinguishable from magic. The game's called Numenera. I'll type it in so you can Numenera. Let's see. All my D&D books are behind me. Where the hell are my Numenera books? You know what? I think they're actually in my briefcase downstairs. But I've got all sorts of fun ones. Here's one. I'm gonna pitch this one for a second, guys. If you guys have not played this is Coyote and Crow. I highly, highly recommend Coyote and Crow. It's different from a rule standpoint in the sense that it's D12 based. So yeah, you're going to use a lot of D12s, which is a really rare dice to be used, and that's why the creator went with that, is because he felt the D12 doesn't get enough love. And this game is the setting and the whole world for this game takes place on Earth, probably around, I want to say 100 or 200 years in our future. However, there was a major incident that occurred around the year 1400 or so, where a massive meteor dropped onto Europe and essentially plunged the planet into an ice age. And as a result, European colonization never occurred. And so this game takes place in North America to a society and advanced civilization of Native Americans that were never colonized and never wiped out. It's written by a Native American author. It has Native American artists. All of the they even have their own language that they made up that is a kind of a conglomeration of different Native American languages combined. It's really, really cool. I actually happen to know the author as well. His name's Connor Alexander. He's a good friend of mine. I knew him before he was an author, when he was just a DJ. Connor's a great guy, and this is a really cool game. I highly recommend it.
That seems really neat.
I've been standing around while you're building all around me. I'm just like, oh, I'm not doing Core Keeper anymore. I'm just going to start randomly grabbing RPG books because I've got a bunch of them.
No, that's kind of what the best kind of collab is just, you know, vibing, letting it happen.
Yeah.
I used to be the kind of person who planned everything out when I was doing, like, a long stream, like, down to the hour, and I have stopped doing that because, man, it does not matter.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
The floor does not have to be dirt here. I'm just kind of like playing around with stuff. Feel free to change it. This is my wilderness room, so I've got 2 wilderness aquariums and 2 wilderness terrariums, and then just a normal one for whatever. And yes, thank you, Analog Whiskers, for the flute solo.
Oh yes, thank you for being able to put those back in. I was going to have to go grab them.
It's fine. And I have the crystal lamps too.
Yep.
I'm still very excited. We have a music collab that we're still working on finishing up, but the goal is to have everything ready to premiere it on Friday. It's a cover of a Core Keeper song.
Oh, that'll be so much fun.
I've commissioned Donut Shoes previously, and I'm always a big fan of his work.
Is the goal to be able to play it for Mr. Greer?
It is to be able to play it for Mr. Gear. I thought his name was Greer too until I, like, emailed the guy, and I'm just like, wait. No, I guess that's not your name.
It's always good to know in advance.
Yeah.
If you look at my interview with Frederick and Julian, oh man, did I do a horrible job pronouncing Frederick's last name.
Oh no.
Yeah, what's funny is, like, I had it like 90% there, and I asked him in advance, like, how do I pronounce it? This is what it sounds like to me. I just want to, and he corrected me. He said, yeah, that's fine, but if you want to be specific, it's more like this. And then I practiced and I practiced and I practiced, and I got it right like 7 or 8 times in a row. And then we went live.
And immediately
just shit the bed. And yet Julian, who has the more complicated last name, you know, is very German and had very multiple syllabic. I was able to just get through that one, no problems. The one I thought I was going to have issues.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Leo, Torment, Tides of Numenera. Yeah, that was a fun video game. Yeah, they made that a long time back. Numenera is just a really cool concept. I just love the idea of a medieval civilization sifting through the ruins of, you know, an 8 billion year old civilization, trying to understand quantum gravity when they don't even understand what the word quantum means, you know, or that gravity exists.
Why can I never find what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the potted plant thing.
Potted plants? They are
no, the like planters that I had out.
Oh, the planters? They're probably also in the building section. Yeah, they are. They're in the building section. Here, I got them. Where do you want them all?
To the left one. Yeah, that's good. And then just another one down here, methinks. Yeah, why not?
Do you want 3, 2? I can't remember how you had
I
them
had
before.
3, but I don't remember how I had them before either. I might need to squish the, these pillars closer together. Like the gates. That looks good. Let me grab my gates again. Why do I keep getting rid of the stuff that I still need?
No, I do that all the time too.
Probably the story of creative mode.
I can't remember. There was this online, God, what was the name of it? It was kind of like an RPG like spot that you could go and you could post, you know, what kind of RPGs you were working on and what your group was doing. You could organize your group together in the one. God, I wish I could remember what it was called. Because I had a Numenera game that I was doing, and I like wrote down all my campaign notes, and I did it in character.
Oh, that's fun.
On that website, but now I can't remember where or what it was called or anything about it. I even backed it on Kickstarter, I think. I should go check. They had like, did I back it on Kickstarter? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, But yeah, I did this adventure where my players were dealing with technology from the first civilization that rose. And so in an effort to make that first civilization seem like ours, because there's no guarantee that we are the first civilization. That's one of the things they mention in the Numenera book. They're like, you may think that, you know, our civilization was the first of the great civs that rose and fell, but we haven't reached great civ status yet. So it may be the one that, whatever one that kind of comes after us. It could be us, you know. That's open to interpretation and open to the player. So I decided to do it as, yeah, we managed to make it to great civilization status before we eventually, you know, died out like all things must. But to reference us and to make it seem like we were the first civ, all of my first civ text and clues and things that I gave my players was all in Latin.
Oh. That's fancy.
I happened to also be taking Latin in college at the time. So
You know,
it helped.
it's always fun when you, like, can bring something like that into your tabletop experience.
Yeah.
Alright, I feel like I like this room.
Yeah, this looks cool.
I want to do a big old aquarium room.
65, I have not. Hold on, I'm gonna Google that one. Oh, that's that Adam Driver one. No, I have not seen this, but it looks cool in that same sense that, like, yeah, humans left Earth or something like that, and now they've returned, not realizing it. It looked both really good and really bad at the same time, which is usually a good sign of a fun movie.
I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's how I felt going into the Minecraft movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed and had fun in that movie.
Minecraft movie fun. I actually just saw the Minecraft movie for the first time a couple days ago. I watched it on HBO.
Like, I thought it was bad, and I thought it was very fun.
Exactly.
Like, both things were true, in my opinion. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab...
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I'm gonna grab
I can tell I was not the target audience.
Yeah, that can always be a part of it.
I'm just like, yes, this is cute and funny, and I am not a 10-year-old boy.
My mom went along and actually loved it. Like, she went along because she wanted to see it. And she loved it.
My wife watched it with me, and she's like, I don't understand 90% of this, but I can tell that's an inside joke for the game. And I'm like, yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably do something. Okay, so...
I was gonna do an aquarium here, and then maybe, like, a bug room down here.
Bug room down here? Okay.
Yeah, it could be, like, passagey themed and just have a couple of terrariums.
You want, alright, passage themed? Got it.
Yeah. I feel like the passage themed stuff is very, like, prehistoric and buggy.
True.
Porekeeper turned out to be very more insect-based than I thought it was going to be. I'm not complaining. Maybe I'm complaining a little bit.
Oh, yeah, let's get a Core Keeper movie.
We're the ambassadors, we gotta make it happen.
Play for a pawn movie.
I loved the Mario movie for what it was, and I also am very nervous about the prospect of a Zelda movie, just because Link has always been a silent protagonist, and so I feel like any movie is probably going to have him have more of like a talking role. And so it's going to be hard to feel like, yes, that's Link.
Did you ever watch the old Nintendo cartoon during like the, what was it, the late 80s, early 90s?
Like the Zelda CDI or
I don't
the
know if
Mario?
I mean, yes, it was both. It had Zelda, it had Mario.
I don't think I have then. Interesting.
Yeah, there was a couple of interesting cartoons. There was also one called Captain N, the Game Master, which didn't have Zelda. Well, maybe what did have Zelda? Was that all part of it? I don't remember. It's been so long. But there's this old Zelda. Yeah, Link was a perv. He was an annoying little perv, and the only line that I actually remember was his most famous little line. Yeah, the Super Mario Brothers show. Yeah, well, excuse me, princess.
That does still get quoted to this day. I didn't know that's where it came from.
Yep. God, I was so obsessed with that show. And then, like, the Captain N stuff was like this kid that's supposed to be like Link was always trying to kiss Zelda, and she was always rebuffing him, and he always was getting annoyed. And I was like, dude, take a hint.
Right?
But yeah, it was the 80s. Consent was not exactly the same as it is today. But the Captain N stuff was kind of cool because it was like this average kid who's playing Nintendo and just gets sucked into a Nintendo world, and so you still have your controller with you, and the kid's able to like use the controller to like get special abilities and powers in the game, or in the world that he's in, and his companions are like Kid Icarus and Mega Man and Simon Belmont.
That's fun.
Castlevania. Yeah, it was a fun little show.
Dang it.
Captain N, the Game Master. And I think Zelda was the princess too. That was like, but unlike the other show or the the Mario one with Link, this Zelda was not treated as a sex object.
That is
She
good.
was definitely much more competent.
Where are you? Everyone references...
Oh yeah, I remember the cereal sissy. Yeah, no one references Captain N, but I loved Captain N. Used to wear a controller belt, Icarus. I actually did too. I wore a controller as a belt because of that also.
Leo, you want to be hooked
And
on
I
the
remember
brothers?
That's right. I don't have to play some stuff
I actually have that Do the Mario as a sound bite on my channel.
Nice. Take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario.
All together now.
That's right, Captain Lou Albano.
Best Mario.
He was the best Mario.
Chris Pratt was not my first choice and was probably my last choice for the animated movie. I think he did okay. That's the best I can, like, that's the best compliment I can give him, is it's like, you did okay. No, I feel you there.
Of course, John Leguizamo is the best Luigi. I actually, even though I know it was panned and I know it's actually not a good movie, I really liked the original live-action Mario Brothers movie.
Hi, Catrium. Welcome in. You caught me right near the end. Because, yes, I am going to have to wrap up stream soon, because I should go to work today, I suppose.
Okay. What kind of terrariums do you want in here?
Probably an assortment of them. So here's a question I have, because I don't know. Can, insects only go in their terrarium? Or...
No.
Okay, so they can go in whatever? Then, yeah, whatever. Whatever looks nice is totally fine. Got my running skill up. Like, in my beach room, I have some passage aquariums, some crystal aquariums, some beach aquariums. Just because I think they look nice. The code of the Redria: start in the mornings, no weekends. Oh, I believe in weekends 100%. I just, unfortunately am stuck on second shift for the time being. Soon. I hope. Adopt the French work ethic. I have no work ethic. I've already adopted that. It's my workplace that's behind schedule. Oh, shoot. I keep doing that. I keep clicking off and then clicking back in and punching things. Hi, Thubaloo.
My work ethic is very simple. None.
Yep. Only 7 star bits? Oh, no. So we've built a little museum for VTuber SummerSlam on Saturday. We also got to add another pixel art to the fun. This creative map is coming together. You're a big corporate shill that works against the company principles of being a company man. Man after my own heart. I love all the magma slimes that are just like, hey, I'm hanging out here. I live here now. But they're walled off, it's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. And then let me show you guys the fishing zone. I have to quickly travel to unlock the other waypoint as well. So we got this one. Takes us down to the oasis. Oh no, Leo's got magma fleas. That sounds painful. I know I should eat something. I'm not that worried about it. We found a couple of cool POIs, set pieces. We found this giant, go-kart track here in the Sunken Sea. And then I forget where I had set my... it was this star-shaped island was where I set my... Yeah! It still needs time to charge up, are you sure? I guess I haven't been here for however long it needs. And then I think I set a waypoint up directly north. Because there was that giant lake in Azios's wilderness as well. Now, I don't remember if I... Well, we got another donation! Hulu!
Oh,
Thank you so much, Thulu. You want a popsicle? I've got 5 minutes. What popsicle do you want? Because Tiltify made it really hard to find where the things go. Your corgi! I did a fish sona for Thulu. You can grab a good face pick. Do it. Because, I mean, I could grab the pupperpuss as reference, but a good face pick is easier. This was the pupperpuss for Thulu. And also, if you haven't seen, I'm working on an art entry for the zine that we're putting together. All of our little guys in a pool party. Thank you for posting the puppy pic. I will do my best. Catrium, I think that means we hit the mom plays repo milestone. Which means my mom is going to play repo with us again.
Oh, that should be fun.
We're gonna play with mods so that, like, everyone shares health packs and it's a little bit easier. Because she was really good at hiding, but she really just preferred hiding when we played the last time. And I don't blame her. Like, it's a hardish game. She loves watching repo.
Yeah, I've only played that one time with you guys so far. Alright, I think I've got this little passage area done. If there's any suggestions or anything you want to change,
I'll let you know, but this is probably about the last thing I'm gonna do is this little popsicle, so that's great timing.
Alright.
Lulu says that's how I play.
Added some plants to the those 3 crop plots that you'd placed.
Oh, good.
Gee, I need some potted plants.
Always need potted plants.
There we go. What do you guys think? You think this is good enough? Think I should make any changes? Enter your thoughts in the comments below.
If I'm quiet, it's because I'm in focus mode.
Focus mode. Gotta get it done. Get her done.
It's a 5-minute popsicle. Of course I gotta get her done.
Get her done. We need to add some bugs. Hold on, let's clear some of this out.
What kind of bugs? Because I gotta catch some bugs too.
Oh, that's right. You have to catch bugs to put in them. All right, then I'll leave them blank. I was just gonna start spawning critters and just dropping them in there.
Nope, I gotta do it the hard way.
All right. Play the game all legit, like.
I know. Ugh. The worst.
Well, playing by the rules.
Nope.
I am, Leo. I'm very much looking forward to the 1.0 release of Necess. I'll be honest, the main reason I haven't really been doing videos on Necess is because I'll like put a video together and then I'm getting ready to edit it, and then the official Necess channel drops a video that's just like it.
No.
Yeah, like normally you don't see the developers making guides to their own game.
Right.
You know? They usually let the YouTubers do that, but no, they've got somebody on their team who apparently is into that.
Oh my gosh.
So they are making their own guide videos, and they do it better than I could. So I'm just like, you know what? They're already doing their own. They're doing already what I would be doing. So I'm just not going to cover Necess, because there's nothing I can contribute to it.
Someday I will find more time to do actual video content that's not just full VODs. Someday. Yeah, that whole full-time working thing, it does tend to get in the way.
It does. It really does. I mean, the only reason I've been able to do so much in the last 6 months is because I haven't been working.
Understandable.
Yeah. So as a result, if anyone wants to buy a subscription or a membership to my channel, it goes a long way to help with supporting me as a starving artist.
We know a lot about starving artists in this community.
Yeah, I know, Leo. I get you. I feel you. I appreciate that. And I actually do have a beginner's guide to Necess that I recorded, and I just have not edited it yet. But it's there. I have it uploaded in an unfinished Adobe Premiere file.
What do you think, Thulu? Is it your buppy? Now, are you gonna eat it? Are you gonna eat the puppy? I hope not. Keeping it. It will live forever in your freezer.
I also had this interesting moment that I'm trying to decide if I want to keep having a Patreon page or not.
That's the one thing I actually haven't, like, messed with yet. Is Patreon.
I got an email from Patreon, and apparently, so right now they have 2 tiers to their plans, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's most people, the average tier, which is what I'm on, which they take an 8% cut, which is really, really low.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering that like YouTube takes like 30. But they don't provide a lot of extra services and features. You get just the basic Patreon stuff. And then they have their Premiere package, which they take 12%, but has extra features and stuff like that. And you have to be at a certain level to be able to do that.
I see.
And starting in like October or sometime later this year, any stuff that happens after that cutoff point, they're getting rid of the 2-tier plan, and they're going to a 1-tier starter plan or a 1-tier standard plan that's at 10%. So it's like, to me, I'm reading it as, after that date passes, anyone who is doing really well in Patreon is about to get a tax break. And
Right.
everybody else, the average Patreon user, is about to start losing more money
I
because
see.
Patreon's taking a bigger cut. So they're stealing from the poor and they're giving the rich a tax cut.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it.
Nope.
And I want to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I don't think I like that either. And that sucks.
I could also be misinterpreting what I was reading, but that's how I interpreted it.
Well, that and like I feel like they make it kind of nebulous and hard to interpret on purpose, you know?
Yeah, so I was just like, I only have one person on my Patreon anyway, because all of my members seem to have gone to YouTube membership rather than
Right.
Patreon.
Right.
Which makes sense because my YouTube members get early access to my videos and my Patreon members don't.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense to be a YouTube member. The only person that's on Patreon is my dad. And that's because he can't figure out how to use YouTube.
Respect.
But I'm just like, Dad, you could just Venmo me $10 a month
Right?
instead. And then there wouldn't be a cut. Or you can just Venmo me 120 for the whole year or something like
Right.
that. And then you don't have to get that cut.
Exactly. Well,
But
I think this is
yeah.
looking amazing. Are you planning on continuing to stream anything else?
Me today?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna stop after this.
Alrighty. I am gonna raid out to Tolk, who is also live doing some VTuber SummerSlam stuff, and playing Peak, so if you wanted to check out what Peak gameplay looks like, now's your
Also,
chance.
did you want to see this room? I just want to make sure there's no changes, the last minute changes before I leave.
Ooh, I love this. I love the green lighting, and I feel like the alien plants are a really good call. And I actually love these lamps. I keep forgetting they're a thing.
Yeah, I do love the grim lamps. They're cool.
No, this is perfect.
All right, cool.
A lovely
Well,
museum.
I'm glad you liked it.
I haven't done the math to make sure this is going to hold all 66 creatures, but alas, worst case, I will just make a little room down here. Very quickly. I think it's 3 per terrarium.
3 per, yeah. So I don't think this will hold them all, but
It will. I might have to swap out some aquariums for terrariums, but we'll see.
oh, that's right. You can paint the grim lights. I keep forgetting about that.
What?
Yeah, these are paintable. I've
Dude.
already gotten rid of all my brushes, but
That's fine. Whoa! Hi, Gage, you came in just in time for me to wrap up, but look, we built a museum for me to fill with creatures. Yeah, there's a lot more fish than there are bugs.
I'll do one last show off of Leo's pixel art. Woo! Oh.
Yippee! All the slimes are here.
Yep. You should see, I've got a pixel art that's a giant larva,
Oh!
and I did it the same style, so there's mobs all over that thing.
I can imagine.
It's also huge. It's like a 150 by 150 pixel image, something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we decided to keep it kind of like low-key for charity stuff, so we're not building pixel art up until next Pride.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me today, Dakon. I'm gonna raid out to
Thanks
Tolk
for having me.
TV. And hopefully I will see some of you, or all of you, on Friday. 4 p.m. Eastern is the interview with Jonathan Gear, but I will be streaming a lot longer that day, because it's my stream anniversary.
And let's see, who am I gonna raid? I've only got a couple people here, but let's do it. Well, I love it. The only person I know right now that I could raid is you.
Do you want to come over to Tolk TV with me?
Sure. Who we got? What's his name? Tolk? Tolk?
QLKH. I
There it
think I
is.
typed it in chat for you.
I see it. Yep. We're gonna raid Tolk then.
Hulk is another VTuber. A kind of like not cryptid. What's it called? What's it like? Demonic?
Yeah.
I have a word. It's not coming through. But yeah, he's a fun guy, and he's doing some VTuber SummerSlam prep as well.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. We're gonna do that raid, and from all my YouTubers, stay happy, stay healthy, stay crazy, everyone.
Keep going and growing, y'all, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye bye.